Hello dear students, welcome back to the discussion of NEWSPAP. Welcome to my classes by Mohamed Azhar. I hope you are doing good, you are happy. So before beginning today's session, I would like to remind you few things as every day I used to do. So the first point is to subscribe this channel if you are liking the content. So please do subscribe the channel if you have not done. And the second point is that with regard to the material that you are seeing in the screen, this material, it is accessible for you. It is available in my Telegram channel, My Classes by Mohamed Azhar, and the same link is provided in the description box. And the third point is regarding the timestamp that I am providing with the video. So with the help of the timestamp, it will be very easy for you to identify which all topics are covered each day. And the main objective behind my intention behind putting the timestamp is that if you are in need of any particular topic, for example in your college or in your school or anywhere you are getting a topic from this current context to talk upon or write upon. So coming back to this NEWSPAP and seeing the timeline of each day's discussion, timestamp of each day's discussion, so you can get exactly whatever we have discussed, and that way also it will enable you. So dear students, we are proceeding to today's discussion. So again I am requesting you to please to subscribe, share the channel content, and here we go with the first article. So this first article is regarding the atrocities against women. Again our Prime Minister is having some words over it. So couple of days ago the President of India, Madam, and the Vice President of India, both of them have commented on this particular atrocities. So our President Madam has categorically put forward that enough is enough, so which is something very torn in a very serious way. So all the dignitaries of the nation, of the country, VVIPs including Prime Minister, President, Vice President, everyone commented over this atrocities which is happening in the country. So here our Prime Minister is talking something upon this. So we would see what is his observation regarding this, and most importantly in this article there is something which is mentioned about the district courts of the country. So our Honorable Chief Justice and also the Senior Advocate Kapil Sibal, they have focused the importance of the so-called subordinate courts, including the district courts. So as per the Chief Justice of India, he is actually emphasizing, he is actually putting forward the important role that the district judiciary that is playing in the judicial system. So most of us might be very familiar with the Supreme Court and also the High Court, but the district court is a court where most of the citizens of the country, they go for the first time. So in High Court or Supreme Court there are some scope, you can go, for example if you are going for the writ, then we can directly go to High Court or Supreme Court. But in other cases, see, it is the first place that every citizen of the country, in order to get their justice, they are approaching the district judiciary or the district court. So the importance, the role played by district judiciary in the judicial system was also emphasized by the Chief Justice of India. So we will go through the provisions, the articles talking about the district courts and judicial system also. So the Prime Minister's concerns was mostly based on the atrocities, and he was also focused the need for swift justice, the quicker decisions that is needed. For that purpose we have brought up fast track courts also in the country. And the next principle was new criminal laws, and regarding new criminal laws, Modi has mentioned three things, and this you can use it in your answers wherever applicable: citizen first, dignity first, and justice first. So these three principles, Mr. Modi has said that the new criminal laws, it is pillared or it is based on three principles. First one, citizen first, dignity first, justice first. So this you can use it in your mains answers. And fast track courts we already mentioned, and also the Prime Minister is also putting up an idea of district committees for the coordination, which will be included of the district judge, the magistrate, the SP or other coordinating people, and there will be a district committee. So the whole idea is that whatever the atrocities is happening, it should be dealt very seriously right from the district court, and even whatever is needed in order to deal with these cases in a quick and swift way, all those things have to be done. So this event was basically the 75th anniversary of the Supreme Court, and there was a commemorative stamp was also released by the Prime Minister. That's not that much important for you from the exam point of perspective. And most importantly, the Supreme Court Chief Justice, he is talking about the district judiciary, the role of the district judiciary, and he pointed out that it is the first point of contact. It is the first point of contact for citizens seeking justice, and which is also considered as the backbone of the judiciary. So from in the couple of years, you are not getting that much, which is not seen that you are getting a lot of questions from this district court as such, but you can expect. Why? Because this is in the discussion now. And here he has also put forward that to remove the term subordinate judiciary, because we use the term subordinate judiciary or lower court. So he is telling that the subordinate judiciary, we should discontinue this term, because it is pointing out to that colonial mindset we are pointing out. So that also he did. And see, there is a data which is from the Kerala, coming from Kerala, which is about the district judiciary, in which the women judges, the representation of the women judges has increased to a level of 72%. So what is the very interesting thing about it, because the atrocities against women are increasing in the country. So the Chief Justice has mentioned, or is demanded the more intervention, or he put forward the role played by the district courts. And also there is a good statistics coming from Kerala that 72% of the latest recruits in the district judiciary in Kerala, that was from women. So this is something, because see, women judges, women heading the judiciary, more participation in the district judiciary, so they can do something in this regard also. So that is another part. So, but this particular data of 72% representation from Kerala in the district judiciary, you can use it in your mains answer whenever you are getting a question on women empowerment, women representation in the political or in the judicial system of the country. This can be used. And the next was regarding how Kapil Sibal, he also put forward some observation regarding the bail condition. So that's not that much important for you, but this bail is an important theme. Why? Because repeatedly it has appeared in the newspaper. So now let's quickly go to the district judiciary part. We should understand the articles mentioned about district judiciaries. So district judiciary, the first level of judiciary, first point of justice for the citizen of the country. And in the district judiciary, it will be consisting of district courts and also lower courts. So, and there will be presided over by district judges and judicial officers also. So what all cases they deal? They will deal civil cases, criminal cases, family law matters, and another type of cases. And if you are asking me which articles are which will be dealing with this district judiciary, the articles will be from 233 to 237. So 233 talks about the appointment of the district judges. Article 233, the appointment of the district judges, and this appointment, how it has to be done, this appointment has to be done by the governor of the state, and with the consultation of the respective high courts. And Article 234, it is talking about the recruitment of judicial officers other than the district judges. Okay, so this also, the recruitment process is conducted by some competitive examinations, and the rules will be framed by whom? The state government only, but with the consultation of the High Court. And Article 235 talks about the control of these district courts and subordinate courts by the High Court. So that is what the Chief Justice of India said, this subordinate term must be removed. It is hinting to the colonial mindset. So Article 235 it talks about that High Court controls over these district courts, and these district courts are subordinate to them. Okay. So these are the articles with regard to we are talking about the articles with regard to district courts, and Article 236 also, which defines judicial service. So what is the definition of judicial service as given by Article 236? Service consisting exclusively of persons intended to fill the post of district judges and other judicial posts inferior to the post of district judge. So this is a judicial service definition given under Article 236. So which article defines? So those who are going to write the High Court Assistant exam this year, see, please take care of it. Article 236 is defining what is exactly this judicial service, and Article 237, that is regarding the application to magistrates. So as per this article, the governor of the state is empowered to apply the provisions of this chapter to any class or classes of magistrates in the state. So this magistrate also, you can see, as per the situation demands, the magistrate power can be given to some other officials also. It depends on the discretion of this authority. So this is about the articles which talks about the district courts, and why it is important, the first point of contact for the law and order in the country. So dear students, with this article we have discussed, we started from the women security only, the atrocities happening in the country, but on a larger context, we discussed about the district judicial system, district courts, articles related with it. For the reason, our Chief Justice of India has mentioned, emphasized the importance of district courts, and he also put forward a data from Kerala in which more than 70% of the representation in the district courts are from the women community. So that is a good data, you can use it in your mains answers. Dear students, technical terms are explained here, what is Bharati Nyaya Sanhita, fast track courts, deposition centers also. And one thing before going to the next article, please be happy. If you are happy, please do comment in the comment box and spread happiness, let everyone be happy. So I hope you are happy. I am proceeding to the next article, believing that you are happy and you are having a very good time. So the next article, very good important article, that is regarding the 2Gs ethanol or second generation ethanol production. So Center plans to boost 2G ethanol production, set up enzyme manufacturing facilities to reduce imports. So why ethanol production, or why this is important? For the very reason, to reduce the pollution. To reduce the pollution, this is the first and most important thing you should understand. Now talking about the 2G second generation ethanol, the government is planning to enhance the production of 2G ethanol by setting up this enzyme manufacturing facilities. So why these enzyme manufacturing facilities are important? These are crucial for converting agricultural residue like rice straw into biofuel, and also it aims to reduce we are importing enzyme imports we are doing for this ethanol production. So reducing the import and also using the agricultural residue to a useful purpose, which is ethanol production. So this is the idea about. And also see, when this is happening, we are actually contributing to the reducing air pollution also, which is caused by stubble burning, because if we are using the content, if we are using this stuffs for making the biofuel, then what happens? Because the residue we can use for this biofuel. So the same thing was used for stubble burning. So if we are using this for biofuel, the stubble burning will also be controlled. So that is the article is talking about. And now what is 2G ethanol? So second generation ethanol, and the importance or feature of this second generation ethanol is that it is produced from agricultural residue such as rice straw, and traditionally we were doing from the sugarcane molasses, but in the second generation it is from the agricultural residue. And why it is important? Since 2G ethanol is basically dependent on the agricultural residue, so it helps to reduce or utilize agricultural wastage, reduce pollution which is causing to the stubble burning, and it's on a comprehensive way it is contributing to India's fuel blending policies. So there are government initiatives. First one is Bio E3 policy, very important for prelims. We have discussed about Bio E3 policy in multiple discussions, and you can go through those discussions. Bio E3 policy, a very probable question for this year mains also. So, and government is also targeting to boost this enzyme production through which we can reduce the imports. And the next thing is local development. We are actually aiming to produce these enzymes domestically, because we are importing right now, so that import cost is there. In order to reduce that, we are depending, or we are motivating the domestic manufacturers also. And now we have talked about these enzymes. Why these enzymes are important? Significance of enzymes in ethanol production. So what is the role of these enzymes? These enzymes are the one which breaks down this agricultural residue into fragmentable sugars. So this is breaking down. A big function of breaking down this agricultural residue is done by these enzymes. That is why these enzymes are important, and we are importing these enzymes which is contributing to the import cost, or we are paying to the in cost which is going from our country's resources. So for that reason we are promoting this local manufacturers in this regard also. And there is a very good data from the Niti Aayog regarding this ethanol needs. As per Niti Aayog, the India will require around 30.5 billion liters of ethanol annually by 25-26, and also by 2025 there is a policy mandate also from our country that in India must contain 20% ethanol, the petrol that in India must contain 20% ethanol. So how it is contributing to the environmental and economic benefits? Environmentally, it is going to reduce the pollution, and also it is going to contribute to the resource efficiency also, because we are utilizing the agricultural waste. Otherwise it could have been used for the stubble burning, we are using it for thus creating ethanol. So in this way, both economically and environmentally we are getting benefited out of it. So this is regarding this particular article, and the article talked about the 2G ethanol blending and importance of or how it is, why it was in news, for the reason that the 2G ethanol, by setting up enzyme manufacturing facilities in India, we were importing it. The function of the enzyme is to break down, we know that, so we were importing this, but now we are promoting more manufacturing facilities, so that we are having self-reliant on this, or we are moving more towards this ethanol blending. Okay, now let's go to the next article. Will an extended space stay affect astronauts? So this article basically coming from our Sunitha Williams and Barry Wilmore. They are stuck at, or they are in the space station, and it is said that, not officially, but it is said that they have to remain in the International Space Station till 2025. So basically this article is talking about the health impacts. This is a very probable topic I could see for the prelims, upcoming prelims, because if a person is stuck in space, or if he is living there for more than an expected time, then what are the health consequences that person will be going to have? They will not be asking directly from putting Sunitha Williams and Barry Wilmore in the question, but they will ask you this context, because this is a area where more researchers started, or it was already happening, but now in this case, with this case, see, there is a lot of scope of study regarding this, how it is going to be impacted, and what future of courses can be done in the future also. So the first one is regarding the microgravity effect. I am talking about how this is going to affect the human body, long staying in the space. The first one, microgravity effect, which will affect the bone health. Due to the lack of gravity, the bone will become weaker, the digestive issues will be there, the foods will be moving very slowly in the gut. This will cause to weight gain also. Eye problem will be there. 70% of astronauts will be developing this eye problems. Space flight associated neuroocular syndrome, SANS. So SANS in the prelims you can expect what is the SANS recently seen in news is related to, you can expect a question. And how is affecting heart and muscles? So heart does less work and may shrink many times, while muscle will lose mass and strength also. So all this bone health to digestive issue, eye problem, neuroocular syndrome, heart and muscles happen because of microgravity issues. Where with regard to your blood and brain, see, red blood cell will be lost. Lose more red blood cells daily in space, requiring to adjusting the diet, and also balance issues also, the signals to the brain that is already actually helping us to maintain the balance, that also will be disrupted. So these are the major concerns of staying in the space for longer time, and also the health impacts associated with it. The major reason was the microgravity. And so there are current knowledge gaps. The whole idea is that we have to research more, and this we don't have the space medicines as of now. There are many unknown about how space affects the human body. So researchers need more and more studies to better data to understand health impacts completely, because this is a need of the hour. And there is a terminology which you can expect a question in the upcoming prelims, space omics. The term space omics, you can get a question, is what? Just a question, straightforward question, space omics, which was news, because this is in the discussion, this news is in the discussion. So there are some terms which is appearing which will be new to you. So try to understand what is space omics. It is involving studying all the ways space can affect the body's genes and biological functions. That is called as space omics. What is space omics? Every way in which a space can affect one's body, genes and biological functions is called as space omics. So this is the terminology you can expect in the examination, and also there are some international collaborations also happening in this direction. There are some global efforts which have been put forwarded to set guidelines for the space omics and ensure ethical practices also. So this is the article about, and we discussed the context was that Sunitha Williams and his crew member, they are expected to remain in the space up to 2025. So in this regard, we went through how this staying in the space for a longer time will impact the human body, especially with regard to the microgravity, how it is going to impact the health consequences with regard to brain, muscles, heart. So everything we have discussed. So prelims perspective, I see a possibility. They may give you this context. This context is there, they will put it in some other way, and you can ask a question. So the whole idea is that how it is going to impact the human body, you should understand. And here comes the next article. It is, why did the sender alter its pension plan? So the unified pension scheme has come into force, which will be applicable from 2025 April. Now this article is comparing between the old pension scheme, the new pension scheme, and also the unified pension scheme. So actually the unified pension scheme, if we are talking about, it has borrowed from both this old pension scheme and new pension scheme. Benefit they have borrowed and integrated into this particular new unified pension scheme. So as per the unified pension scheme, the pension will be calculated. We already discussed this, so I am just quickly I will be going through. First thing is that the average basic pay from the last 12 months, that will be half of that will be their pension. Who have minimum done 25 years of service, and who have done less than 25 years of service, pensions will be lower, and with a minimum pension they have assured, that is 10,000, that is 10,000 at least for 10 years of service. And a family pension will also be there. If employee's death is happening, 60% of the workers' pension will be family, and inflation adjustment will also happen, and lump sum payouts will be there. 1/10 of the employee's monthly salary for every 6 months of service, that will be provided at the time of retirement. And the differences between UPS, OPS and NPS, so the major differences was that if we are talking about new pension scheme, the contribution of the employees was 10% of the salary, and a matching government contribution was also there. The major criticism or major risk was that it was a market linked security. So the return, if it is putting it in the market, the return is not predictable, so that no guarantee was there. There was no guarantee on pension amount. There was a major challenge that was associated with the new pension scheme, national pension scheme. And as per the unified pension scheme, employee contribution will be 10% of the salary, government contribution 18.5% of the salary. So this you can just go through and understand the differences. And there were many criticism also. And on all, if you are talking about this pension itself, will be a burden, a fiscal burden for the upcoming generation. So without happening that, without paving way for that, the government should think upon how to sustain this pension system, because pension system is a social upliftment, because these people after the job, they are left with nothing sometimes. So they need to have the earning for their life. So this pension system has to be there, but it should not be a fiscal burden for the future generation also. So in that way, more and more discussion has to be done. So more state government, they should find more resources without giving a fiscal burden on the upcoming generation. So this is the article talking about, basically talked about the differences between new pension scheme, old pension scheme, and the unified pension scheme. Okay. Now there is an article coming from the science paper, and not that much important, but still they can give you, because they are asking this time also, last time also, they are asking the characteristics of some animals or birds. In that way, here there is a bird, about a bird which is talked about, and that bird is zebra finches. Okay, so this zebra finches is in news. You just try to understand only this thing. Zebra finches is in news, which showed that a significant role in learning song preferences. So what the researchers found is that if this female finches, this zebra finches, they did not hear mating songs early, but they could find their bond with a male. Okay, so that is the article about. So you just understand. So they will give you these characteristics, and they will ask you in which species it was actually identified. So that way you can get a question, less probable, but still zebra finches, you just keep it in your mind. This was in news, and for this reason, so this is just about this article. Now coming to the next article, which talks about IACS scientists discover a new treatment for cancer treatment. So cancer in the country, the spreading of cancer in the country is much alarming, much concern for the entire medical sector, and here IACS, or the Indian Association for the Cultivation of Science, which is based in Kolkata, they have found a new way to kill cancer cells, especially in case of the breast cancer. And there are two important proteins which is actually a becoming hinder to the treatment. So this particular discovery, it is actually targeting CDK1, TDP1, okay, and with this the cancer treatment will be more effective, okay, and this approach may prevent cancer cells from repairing themselves, making them easier to kill with chemotherapy. So many times what happens is that because of the CDK1 and TDP1, even though chemotherapy is being done, it is very difficult to kill this cell. So it was difficult. So now with this Indian mission, so let's talk about what is this new discovery. So this discovery is that they target that cancer cells used to fix their DNA during cell divisions, which could lead to new treatments. So why cancer cells resist treatment? Because of this TDP1 protein. So we have also read CDK1 and this TDP1 also, and so both this you understand, CDK1, TDP1. So this is a protein that helps cells divide and repair their DNA, and where TDP1, a protein that helps fix DNA damage caused by chemotherapy. And benefits of combining this treatment, it will be combining these drugs with the existing ones, which will help in make it harder for the cells to survive, and current researches are also happening, and it will have a larger impact on the cancer treatment also, especially the breast cancer. And so this is the article about some new inventions, some new discoveries which have found out by the scientists from Indian Association for Cultivation of Sciences, IACS Kolkata, which is targeting a new way to kill cancer cells, and it is targeting two important proteins. That names you should understand, CDK1 and TDP1. So which will make cancer treatment more effective, and we have talked about what is CDK1 and what is TDP1. So this you should understand, okay. Now coming to the next article, slowing of GDP growth due to lower government spending and model code of conduct. So yesterday we discussed about in the first quarter, so the GDP was lower than the expected level, it was just 6.7. So just a trend you should understand, just a reason, because it is a continuous article, it's a continuity from yesterday's discussion. So just understand the major reason was that government had lower spending, and that too because of the elections, and model code of conduct was in place. Now the next article, Beijing Manila trade blame in new South China Sea clash. So here just understand the South China Sea, what are the bordering countries, what are the important straits in South China Sea, why it is important, what is the location, because this kind of important seas like Red Sea, all these things have already appeared in the question paper. So we need to learn again and again. One discussion we have already discussed about South China Sea. Now let's see about more into South China Sea. The location where it is an arm of the Western Pacific Ocean located in the Southeast Asia, and the neighboring areas if you are talking about, it is situated south of China, east and south of Vietnam, west of the Philippines, and north of the island of Borneo. Just keep in mind this island of Borneo. And talking about the countries which are bordering, this is very important, the People's Republic of China, the Republic of China, Taiwan, the Philippines, Malaysia, Brunei, Indonesia, Singapore, Vietnam. This is very important, bordering countries of South China Sea. And there are two straits which is connected with East China Sea, it is connected by Taiwan Strait. With Philippine Sea, it is connected by Luzon Strait, again important for prelims. So both these are very important for prelims, the countries bordering South China Sea and also the connections. And if we could talk about the geographical features, we could see a lot of numerous shoals, reefs, atolls and islands, and key islands in the South China Sea, which is also very important, the Paracel Islands, Spratly Islands and Scarborough Shoal. So these 3 islands, they may give you this island names and they will ask in which sea it is. So it is in South China Sea. So the islands, the strait, okay, and also the countries which are bordering South China Sea, all these are important with regard to South China Sea. It is in news, so and you have to understand. So dear students, with this we are coming to an end to today's discussion of NEWSPAP. I hope you enjoyed the session. You got new piece of knowledge, the existing piece of knowledge were updated, and you got multiple dimensions with reference to the important current affairs which happened today or yesterday and appeared in the today's newspaper. So dear students, just to subscribe the channel if you have not. This is my request, because your support for the channel, subscribing it, sharing it, doing the comment and spreading happiness in the comment box, so it motivates us to do more and more, and we are always with you for the student community, the aspirant community. And dear students, if you are preparing for UPSC, if you are preparing for SSC, PSC, RRB, and most importantly dear school students, if you are preparing for CUET, please do connect with me in my number or in my email ID if you are having any doubts with regard to your preparations and if you want to avail my guidance and mentorship. So with this, hoping that you are happy, you enjoyed the session, you will be happy, and I am winding up for today. This is me, Mohamed Azhar, signing out from my classes. Bye bye, take care.